Carbon compounds. Compounds which have presence of carbon in them are termed as organic compounds. Also, there are some compounds which are having carbon, for example, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, but they are not organic compounds. So, organic compounds are those which have the presence of carbon in them. But some of the compounds are like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide and many other which have presence of carbon but they are not organic compounds. Let us talk something related to carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6. So it is an element, okay, within an atom of a carbon there are 6 atomic there are 6 electrons. So let us divide it to 4, right? So in a carbon atom, the first shell is stable, second shell needs 4 more electrons so that it could form structure like nearest noble gas, that is neon, of 2 8. Okay, this for this completing this 8 it requires more 4. This 4 it could achieve by accepting 4 electrons from some other carbon, from any other atom. However, when it accepts that atom it becomes unstable. Also, it could donate these 4 and complete its octet and become stable. But in spite of these two methods of accepting 4 or donating, it shares electron with other atoms. So the compounds which are being formed by sharing of electrons with other atoms are called covalent compounds, and the bond that is present in between them are called covalent bonds. Carbon, let us learn regarding carbon. Carbon has a remarkable property of catenation. The property of carbon to form bond with another carbon atom and give rise to a single large chain is called catenation. Carbon can form linkage with carbon, again with carbon, again with carbon, and give rise to large chains. That property is called catenation. Carbon even can form single bond between them, double bond between them, even triple bond between them. Let us learn about hydrocarbon. Let us talk about hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means compounds which have presence of only hydrogen and carbons in them, nothing else. Hydrocarbons are of two types: saturated, unsaturated. Saturated means presence of only single bonds between the carbon. Unsaturated means presence of double bond or triple bonds within the carbon elements. Saturated carbon compounds are called alkanes. Unsaturated with double bonds are called alkenes. Unsaturated with triple bonds are called alkynes. The starting 5 members of each group, let us remember some of them. They have methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, alkenes. These have ethene, propene, butene, pentane, ethine, propane, butane, pentane. Let us take an example of ethane, that is an alkene. of saturated compound. Ethane means presence of single bond, right? As we are talking about single bond groups. So carbon presence of single bond. Still it's incomplete. Let us fulfill it. This carbon has given one electron here. Move 3 could come. So that will be hydrogen. It is a hydrocarbon. Same here. One here. 1 2 3, and this is 4. Done. It is complete. Here ethene, we are talking about this one. In ethene already there are presence of double bond, as the name says. Ethene, means at the end double bond. Now it has to complete and become balanced. 1 2, just 3 and 4. Done with this one. 1 2 3 and 4. Done with this. Now it's complete. Let's talk about ethyne, which is one of the alkyne. Presence of YNE at the end means triple bond between the carbon. Let us talk about this carbon 1 2 3, just one hydrogen. Same here. So this is also complete. Now we have examples of alkene and alkynes. Let us talk about the functional groups. Within hydrocarbons, as we have discussed, presence of carbon and hydrogen is there. Okay, but when some functional groups get added into them, then the compounds get extended. Functional groups could be a halogen, chlorine, bromine, or iodine, or it could be alcohol, OH group, or COOH, carboxylic group. Let us learn IUPAC naming. IUPAC stands for International Union for Pure and Applied Chemists. It means naming of the various compounds which we have learned. Let us take an example of this compound. We don't know right now what is it. It is given C2H6. First we have to make the structural formula to name it. So it has been made here. How we can make? First we have to take carbon, okay, then number of hydrogen 6. Let us take first a single bond. 1 2 3 hydrogens here also same. Everything is being used. 3 hydrogen here, 2 carbons. So this is the compound. Number of carbon present is 2. So as we know, methane, ethane, so it is a ETH. Parent name is ETH, and presence of one bond means it's an alkane. So it will be an ethane. Like this we can name it. Similarly for others also we can do the same. Let us do an IUPAC naming. If there is a presence of functional group like OH in them, so that same C2H6 will become C2H5OH. Here here is a structure. We have to draw first carbon, then the number of hydrogen, that is 5. 1 2 3 4 5. One OH group. You can mention it here or you can mention it here. Okay, if you mention this OH here, then this H will be there, or vice versa. It is okay. So the name, how you will derive: presence of 2 carbon, it is ETH, parent name. Okay, presence of single bond between carbon, it is ANE, but presence of OH group, so this E will be erased and OH is denoted by OL, that is ethanol. Similarly for other compounds also, it will be propanol, butanol, etc. Now let us talk about if there is a presence of CHO group, there is C double bond OH group, the same compound, we can name it like this: presence of 2 compound, it is ETH. Okay, single bond ANE, but presence of CHO group, we denoted by OIC. So this will become ethanoic acid. Similarly for other compounds, propanoic acid, butanoic acid, etc. When there is a presence of chlorine, bromine or iodine, so let us take example of that. CH3C CH2Cl. This is the compound, okay, here which has been taken. It will be given the same name. Here the name will be given as the presence of 2 carbon. It will become ETH, and as in the presence of only single bond, so it is ANE. However, presence of chlorine, bromine or iodine will make it chloroethane or bromoethane, etc. You have to add that name at the start.